have an update on Nancy Metayer-Bowen, the vice mayor of Coral Springs. And like I said, it was her husband, the one that unalived her, when the coworker called and did a wellness check because she was late for a business meeting, and it wasn't like her. Because like I said, she achieved a lot and she did a lot and she helped a lot of people in the community. So basically, he's charged with her unaliving. Like I said, she's Haitian American. She's a prototype leader. Um, so basically, his charges were basically he's 40. Let's start with that. He's 40 years old, and he faces charges of premeditated unalivement and tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, according to the jail records. And he's been held on a $50,000 bond in Broward County's main jail. Court records do not list any attorneys, which he has attorneys who's probably ain't listed yet because this is a high profile case. So in Florida, the community was they took a major hit. Like I said, she did a lot for the community. She was I mean, not that she was, but the executive director of the Miami Workers Center, Satire Dennis, um, collaborated with her closely, and she's saying, or yes, I don't know if it's he or she would say satire. We don't know these days, but they said that she was a remarkable person and she was a community organizer and a legislator that held equity at the Senate. She really believed in people and she really had integrity and was honest and people trusted her. They said that they trusted her and they thought a lot of people felt good in the hands of Nancy, and this is her husband, Stephen Bowden. Um, he was some type of probably uh, he probably was in the army because I can't really find nothing on him. But the article goes on and says that they pay tribute Wednesday through Thursday for Nancy, and political prominence led to Kamala Harris for her campaign. She helped with the vote for the Caribbean, the Haitians, and all of the Caribbean brown people, um, and helped with they vote for Kamala Harris. And they saying that he really robbed them of a person that was really helping the community that they could really rely on. And like I said, it started from a wellness check that her co-worker um, had um, called the police and told them that she was late for a meeting. It wasn't like her. So um, when the police got there, they discovered that you know she was unalive. Um, so right here it's saying that she had a younger brother that unalived himself because he was a survivor of the Parkland High mass school shooting. So he struggled with the mental health issue, but like I said, later in December, he unalived himself. So she continued to serve diligently because of that's one of her reasons why she continued diligently uh, to help the community. Um, so they were saying that her focus on others in the current spotlight on what transpired inside her house has rocked those surrounding her much harshly. But the police affidavit says that like I said, I don't keep meaning to keep repeating myself, but like I said, they did a wellness check. So let me see, when they went inside the house, like I said, they discovered her. She was 38. She was unalive. She had been fatally SH'd, and her husband was not there. They later found him and arrested him in Plantation, in a town about 12 miles south of Broward. Bowden had gone to the town to ask someone to hide the weapon. He was trying to get rid of the weapon, basically. So this is the police report. Um, so they got his name, his age, his weight, his height, his birthday. His birthplace is Plantation, Florida. So he went back to his birthplace. His scars, his marks. He got a tattoo on his left hand, designed between his thumb and it just cut off right there. And then it says place of, so he don't work for any type of law enforcement or military. I guess he just like going to the shooting range. So his place of employment was at a medical center. He's been working there for 9 months. That's not a long time. He was arrested April 1st by Officer Powers, Daniel J. Powers. His charges is murder, premeditated, and he got a charge. No, that's one charge of premeditated murder, and one charge of tampering or fabricating physical evidence. Uh, so they saying that Stephen did then Bowden did then and therefore unlawfully from premeditated design to effect the death of a human being, namely NM, did kill said NM by SHing her, contrary to FS. And then they got the little code. So this is the report. It's saying employees about NM absence from scheduled engagement. Chief Mark and Major DeRosa were attending a scheduled 9 o'clock commissions meeting where NM were expected to attend in her role as vice mayor. So basically, she was supposed to attend this meeting with Chief Mark and Major DeRosa. And she didn't show up because she is the vice mayor. So they decided to go to her house, and let me see, and it says, "Hi, Stephen there. I'm trying to reach Nancy. Can you please ask her to call me? Stephen, hey, text her. She's not picking up." Subsequent text. I got a text from her this morning at 8 a.m. She, Stephen Bowen. Where is she? Her car is not at home. Please call back Major DeRosa, who called you and text you in response to NM, which is Nancy Metayer, absence and lack of response to attempt phone communication. Major DeRosa contacted Captain P. Kim Kimliski and requested that he facilitate a road patrol supervisor and officer to respond to the house where NM and Stephen Bowen live alone. At approximately 10:21 a.m., Sergeant E. Walsh and Officer N. Tozzini responded to NM's residence, which is located at, and then they blocked it out, within the jurisdiction boundary of Coral Springs. Basically, it was in the jurisdiction of the Coral Springs Police Department to investigate themselves. When they arrived, they did not observe any vehicles in the driveway. So that right there, when the husband said that the vehicle was in the driveway, that was true. Nor were they able to contact anyone with anyone inside the residence. Officer Tozelli spoke with, and then they blocked the name out, who reported seeing NM walking her dog around midnight, but was unsure of the exact time and had not seen her since. So this is the report. Let's see. So it says law enforcement made several attempts to contact Stephen by phone, but did not receive a response. Approximately 11:23 a.m., Stephen Bowen arrived at NM's residence. Their response was prompt, but communication they had with NM, who informed them that law enforcement was attempting to locate NM and request that they check the residence. Advised that they did not have any a means to access the residence and that they last spoke to Stephen Bourne on March 31st, 2026 at approximately 4 p.m. Stated, so whoever spoke to him, they stated that during her last conversation with Stephen, he mentioned that he had experience at work. He mentioned that he had experience at work and was going to speak with him about it. She stated she did not know of any marital issues between the couple. Further, she said that of the situation, although she noted that it was not uncommon for Stephen to miss calls during work hours. Approximately 11:30 a.m., Sergeant B. Cohen briefed the Crimes Against Persons Unit and initiated a missing persons investigation. Approximately 12:30 p.m., Detective Arliles responded to the address and conducted an interior inspection of the residence. He observed two defects on the same floor exterior on the north side. The damage appeared consistent with the force originating within the structure. Originating within the structure. And he noted that construction material was displaced outward and that exposed material wiring appeared contorted, indicative of outward force. Additionally, he observed fresh stucco and drywall debris on the ground directly below the damaged exterior surface, indicating damage occurred recently. The outward explosive-like damage was consistent with damage caused by projectiles. During the investigation, investigators identified NM's vehicle as a 2017 black Honda Accord, Bering, Florida, license plate, and then they blocked her license plate. Stephen Bowen's vehicle was identified as a 2021 black Ford F-51 F-150 bearing Florida license plates. Approximately 1:39 p.m. Florida Fort Lauderdale Police Detective T. Shields located the F-150 in the parking. Police Fort Lauderdale Police in the parking. Oh, in a coordinated effort among, I'm sorry, wait. Coordinated, this fly, no. In a coordinated effort among Coral Springs Police, Fort Lauderdale Police, Plantation Police, and the Broward Sheriff Office, surveillance of the vehicle was initiated. In a summary, law enforcement observed that the sole occupant of the F-150 matched Stephen Bowden's description, and while the parking lot, he made contact with another male. The male believed to be Stephen Bowens provided. Wait a minute. He made contact with another male. The male believed to be Stephen Bowen provided the unknown male with a bag. The bag appeared consistent with a firearm carrying case commonly used to transport rifles and or shotguns. The unknown male alone entered with the bag in hand and later exited the building without it. At approximately 1:51 p.m., Coral Springs Police Communications received a 911 call and spoke with who advised in summary that his nephew came to the house at about 10 or 10:15 a.m. and told him that he did something to her, meaning NM, and that she was not alive. Investigative findings at this point satisfied the requirements for entering NM's residence under extenuating circumstances to conduct a safety sweep and possibly render aid. Members of the Coral Spring Police SWAT team conducted a forced entry into the residence through a breached rear sliding glass door. During the sweep, a human body was discovered in the bed of the second floor master bedroom. The body did not display any signs of life and was declared deceased unalive. At 2:24 p.m. by Sergeant Cohen, who also identified the decedent as NM, who recognized from previous interaction. So basically, like I said, they found her in a house unalive, as you can see in her bed. And if you want to read the rest of the police report, you can. You can find it in the Haitian what is it called? My bad. So you can find this article in the Haitian diaspora and read the rest of the police report. Um, but like I said, her husband. So they believe this is a domestic violence. She never disclosed any any problems in her household, dealing with domestic violence. She was an environmentalist and a community out organizer turned politician. So this is everything that she was doing before she was unalive. Um, I believe this started in 2020, and she was reelected in 2024, and then she became vice mayor in 2025. And like I said, she dealt with Democratic campaigns on Caribbean voter outreach. And she was also running for Senate. So they don't know and they haven't explained why he unalived her. All it is that they just keep saying like she done a lot. As you can see these pictures, she was very active and she was very reliable. For her to miss one meeting and for them to go look for her like this. Um, so as this goes on and as the court date goes on, I will update y'all about her and her husband unaliving her. These are pictures of him and her that they have on Facebook. Him at the shooting range. Him and her at a what was that? Oh, they was just, I guess it was some type of, it don't say, but that was 2025, them at the shooting range, and then different pictures, um, it's on his Facebook page. So they say they have different accounts, but on all the accounts is both of them, and it doesn't say like where he's from either. I'm guessing he's from Haitian too, because he looked like he's Haitian. Um, but other than that, that's my update on Nancy Metter hyphen Bowen, and I hope they, get justice for this young lady that was trying to do a lot for the brown community, as far as in the um, Cuban community. I mean, not Cuban, the Caribbean. I'm sorry, the Caribbean community, the Haitians. So, other than that, that's my update. Please like, subscribe, and comment. I can't push that, no harder. I need y'all to like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed.